I think there's some folks that don't realize that everything they see on stage at Children's Theatre of Charlotte is made right here at Imaginon. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, for this show, it is definitely Disney's Beauty and the Beast, but it stops from the royalties and the script. As far as the costumes and scenery, they're all our designs. Our designers, our costume and set designers have designed everything, and we built everything here with our shop and our lovely staff here.
How many folks you think will end up working on this show when all is said and done?
Oh, I would say at least 40 if not 50 people.
And that doesn't even include the cast. That's just
that's just the production crew. And that includes props, scenery, lighting, definitely costumes, all aspects.
How many costumes are there overall, do you know?
36 cast members and 76 characters. So in order to do that, we have over 600 individual costume pieces.
Well, first we started, of course, reading the script and listening to the music, because being a musical, you don't want to design without that, and talking to Alan and finding out how we could make this specifically Children's Theatre of Charlotte production. Opening scenes we did in sepia tones, which I think if you look at the Broadway production, it's not done that way. And of course the cartoons, which the script is Disney's Beauty and the Beast, but so it's heavily from the cartoon. But we wanted to make it our own, so we looked at it as the book and setting up the sepia tones and looking like etchings from the period, until we get into the Beast lair, and we're gonna not show you the Beast just yet, so you'll get to see it when you come. But then all the magical characters come to life, and that's where you start to see a lot of color. And so we have Miss Potts, of course, which was a teapot. And without giving you too much information, and of course we have the favorite characters that I'm sure your children will be glad to see that they'll have a connection with.
And tell me a little bit more about the sets. Anything kind of unique about the set design?
Yeah, I mean, it's really the design is based on stained glass. So it has 100 pieces of plywood in it and about 50 pieces of plexiglass to that. We've also had special stained glass paint, and we've also had to develop some techniques in order to paint the set to make it appear that the scenery is made entirely of stained glass. Of course it's not, but it will definitely look like that, and once the lights get on, it should just be beautiful. I'm really excited about this set. The costumes, definitely, that's going to be the main part of this production from a production standpoint, but the scenery is going to just be outstanding.
I'm a huge fan of the film, and I always thought that the storytelling sequences in the opening and the closing of the stained glass were really powerful, but I hadn't understood why until after I finished design school. And you realize the show does harp on the fact that love is a timeless quality, right? So for me, and the characters go through an enormous transformation themselves, and it's like, oh, how can the world around them feel as old as time itself and transform with them? And in just doing research, stumbling across stained glass art, depending on the quality of light, it can be an entirely different experience, So I explored actually merging architectural details with the stained glass, and it turns out that it can move us with the characters in a way that just a normal world couldn't. And it's a musical, so we can get away with that kind of theatricality. I wanted as much as I could to pull away from the cartoon, and that I wanted really specific architectural details and place. And part of my process is finding, if I can find a photograph of what Belle's house is, then I'll keep it and hold on to it. And when you can nail that kind of authenticity, you can sell the location in a way that helps the entire audience not think, and experience it rather than calculate why it is the way it is.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast here at Children's Theatre is going to be a fantastic production. You don't want to miss it. I'm personally excited for it, and I can't wait for it.